Who is a leader?
Leader is the one who knows the way, who goes the way, and shows the way.
Leaders don't find faults. Leaders are dealers of hope. They inspire others to become more. Why not become a leader? Follow us, and every day on Monday, be a true leader.
Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening. Welcome back to Love and Life Unlimited, and more so on the leadership table. This is where we learn more about leadership and leaders. And last time we did the first episode, so today we are continuing from where we stopped, and we established what is leadership from last time discussion, and we say that it is based on few things, and that was purpose, passion. We also heard about vision and conviction, and also inspiration. So today we are going to handle something specific from that definition, because we learned that it is around that definition. So today we are going to handle something that is very important, and that is purpose. Yeah, so I know so many of you have had that chance of asking themselves, what is my purpose in life? And it's not a simple thing for people to sometimes to understand what is their purpose. Sometimes it also takes you a very long time before you discover your own purpose. Particularly for myself, yeah, it took me a long time to discover my purpose. Even in high school, I was still not yet. I still had not yet known what is my purpose. So, starting by defining what purpose is, simply purpose is what you are created for, or what you are born for. Like if I have a phone, the purpose of this phone is to make calls, maybe to put documents in the phone, and so many other things. So that is the reason as to why it was created. And also us as human beings, when God created us, He created us for a purpose and for a reason. So that's why it's good for us to discover our purpose. Because if we don't discover it, then we shall be in this world in vain. So it is the desire also for God for us to discover what He created us for and what we are born of. If you read Jeremiah 29:11, I know so many of us have heard of that verse. And if not, you can go and refer Jeremiah chapter 29 and verse 11. It says that God knows and has a reason as to why you're born, because He's the one that placed you into your mother's womb. So every one of us has a purpose. The only exam is to discover that purpose. So once you have discovered your purpose, you're going to see how you can be able even to discover your purpose in a very short while. So once you have discovered your purpose, for you to start working on it, you have to get something else we call conviction. So you have to be convicted of that purpose and know, this is what I want, this is what I should do, this is how I should do it, these are the people that should help me to do it. So you get that conviction to know that there is that one thing that you're supposed to do. Then after getting that conviction, of course, now you have a vision. You have a vision, and now vision becomes as the driving force of your purpose. So without a vision, you will not be able to accomplish your purpose. So you first of all get a purpose, then you're convicted about that purpose, and then after you're convicted about your purpose, you get a vision. Then of course you start working towards that vision. Now after you have a vision, what drives you towards attaining that vision is the passion that you have towards attaining that vision. Yeah, so that urge of doing that which is in alignment with your purpose is what now we are calling the passion. So it keeps you on to do that which you have been created for and born for. Then finally, I think we really say that leadership goes around on so many people. It is not only for you, but it is even for others. So once you have had a purpose, and then you're convicted about that purpose, and then you have a vision on how you're going to accomplish that purpose, then you have passion on how you're going to work about that vision. Then the final thing that you do is that you inspire others. You inspire others through your vision and through the purpose that God has given you. So as you inspire them, then you as you inspire them and motivate them, then you're able to influence them. You're able to influence people even in their lives. So I think you have captured that. That purpose is why you're born, then why you're created. Then after you have purpose, you have to be convicted about that purpose. Then after that, you have a vision. Then that vision, it is driven by passion. So that passion that comes from within, and then finally you use all those to inspire other people. So we're going to look at something here, something good. Yeah, that again, the main aim of your purpose is to make a change or to contribute in some way, making things better. Your purpose is not to make things worse, but it is to make things better. So yeah, that is very 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 key. And that the purpose of life is not solely to be happy, but it is to be useful, again to be honorable, to be compassionate, and to have it make some difference, to have it make some difference to those that you are living with, or even to those that you even do not know. Yeah. So that is the most important part of it. It is not only to make you happy, but it is to be useful, to be honorable, and to be compassionate, and also to make a difference, and also in the society. Uh, I hope you have captured that. So there are different ways that we can be able to know our purpose. One of them is by volunteering. Sometimes you find yourself that you want to do a certain thing. So by you volunteering through that thing, maybe it might be your way out to get to understand your purpose. So as you contribute to different things in life, so you're able to determine what's your purpose. Like for example, volunteering to go to a children's home, volunteering to work in a hospital or a social setting, donation, listening, sharing with people, teaching people how to do things, and yeah, voting. Voting is also kind of working for an election body. Yeah, all those kind of things. When we contribute through those things, we are able to get to know our purposes. Yeah. Then also another thing that you can be able to know your purpose is by making a difference. By making a difference. One, you can talk to people. Maybe talk to someone who is in stress. You can also educate someone. Yeah. First of all, before you educate that person, of course, you need to be educated so that you can educate them. Then again, sharing your talent with others. Then also even cooking a meal at your home place can help you discover your purpose. Maybe you are meant to be a professional chef, so you never know. Then again, to live life to the fullest, yeah, being adventurous, doing something maybe you haven't done before, yeah, that is being adventurous. And again, being positive, that is you focus on the good things that are good always. And then again, maybe maintaining control or responsibility of your action. Maybe through that you can learn that your purpose is to be a manager, a management of things and all that and others. Then again, also listening to your heart and to your soul, and what God is telling you that you are good in. It's also another way of knowing your purpose, and also you can think, practicing mindfulness, that thing that always comes in your mind, provided it's positive. That one can also help you to get to know your purpose. And again, above all those things, there is a very very important thing, and that is prayer. is prayer. So even with all those things, the only way that you can be convicted of your rightful purpose in life is through prayer. So when you pray, God will help you to determine which is, because you may have so many of them, but God will help you determine one of them, which is the one that you can really do best on. For you to find your purpose, you need to ask yourself some questions, and sometimes these questions might be hard. I have found myself in such a state where you might ask yourself who you are. Yeah? You realize that so many people, they don't know who they are. That's why we have maybe identity crisis issues, because you have not gotten to that point of understanding who you are. So you can ask yourself, who am I? Yeah, who am I? Then what has been influential in my life? What is that thing that really influences my life, or that affects my life, or that keeps my life moving? Then again, what do I want? What do I want in life? What do I want with people? What do I want with friends? What do I really want to do in this life? It's another question. Then again, what do I love? Yeah, because one thing and loving, they are two different things. So it's good you ask yourself, what do you love doing? What do you love doing at your own time when you're free? So what do you love? And then again, what are your core values? What are your core values? Yeah. Like for example, when we talk about being a politician, if you're not honest, if you do not have integrity, then you go into that direction, it will destroy you, because maybe you'll end up into corruption and your purpose will be hijacked. So it is good to understand what are your core values, and again, it's also good to know when you are most happy. When are you happy? When doing what? When you are where? When in which place? When with who? So that will also help you to be able to know your purpose. And then the other question people really ask themselves is who can help you find your purpose? Definitely, it is simply the people that are within or among that are living around us. One, it's your family, your friends, your peers, yeah, those people who will always tell you the truth, and again, people who have been working with you or in business with you, those people that you work with in your day-to-day schedules. So those people can really help you to find your purpose. And also people who know of your talents, they can also help you to understand your purpose. And then again, people with common interest. Actually, this one is a great deal. People with common purpose will help you to understand. I mean, people with common interest as you have will really help you in determining what your purpose is. Maybe the final question that people ask themselves is, where can I go to find a purpose? So simply, you can find your purpose with your neighborhood. Maybe you're meant to be a business person. You can start it just within or around your neighborhood or your community. In your church, I think for me, church is one of the most greatest breeding area where you can be able to know your purpose. Know your purpose. So again, in your neighbor's house, in your house, in a voluntary organization, yeah, in the library, in the internet, maybe you into YouTube or TikTok or all those things. They can help you to be able to know your purpose, or maybe in an educational institution. Maybe you're meant to be an academic person. So as you study, as you interact with people, as you interact with books and students, then you get to understand which area is your purpose. Then finally, the final question, the most important part is, what do I do when I have found my purpose? What do I do when I have found my purpose? So the first thing that you do, because we say that once you have purpose, you need to have conviction, then a vision, then passion, and then you inspire others. So the first thing, once you have discovered your purpose, is that you need to embrace it. Once you have embraced it, it's because you have already accepted the reality about you. So you embrace it, you put all the energy towards that purpose that you have realized that you are created for. Then once you embrace it, you put every resource that you have. You put every resource that you have. So you build on that purpose by increasing your helpfulness, by increasing your understanding, your service, your efforts towards that purpose. So you start to build on it. Then again, sometimes you can, we have different personalities. There are people who choose to tell others about their purpose, maybe your close friends, so that they can keep you on top, or your family, that's your mother, your mom, your dad, your siblings, that will help you to keep on top. So maybe you can share with others, and then they will challenge you to always be on the top, to always be on the top. So those are very important parts. That once you have discovered your purpose, once you have found what you are created for, you need to embrace it. Then you need to start building on it, so that is you put every resource that you have, time, money, everything, people, and then you can tell others about it. Finally, I want to say this. In this generation, I think the biggest problem that we are having is the idea of that we can know our purpose today and accomplish it by tomorrow. We need to understand that with purpose, time is of essence. Time is of essence. Investing in time with your purpose will bring you to a good end, or to a successful end. You cannot be able to do all those things within one day, so you need not to have pressure. You need not to have pressure, and take your time. Take your time. They say, kubali process. Yeah, kubali process. So that is it, and we thank God for letting us understand our purpose. I need to repeat a very important key point is that, and maybe you can share once you have listened to the video, you can share us. You can share what you have, your takeaway. One is what purpose. We have said it's what you're created for and what you're born of. Then two, once you have discovered your purpose, you need to have conviction about that purpose. Then again, have a vision. Then once you have a vision, you use your passion, everything that you have. You give everything that you have for that vision, and then through that vision, you inspire other people. And then you do that by embracing that purpose and building on it day in, day out, without giving up. Maybe you're there, you have not realized your purpose. You can use these tips and also pray that God will help you discover your purpose. God will help you discover your purpose. So yes, thank you for watching our video. You can share a comment on anything that you would want us to talk about concerning leadership. See you next time.